What if one of Hollywood's biggest smiles was hiding one of its biggest mysteries? What if the comedian who spent years mocking the rich and powerful suddenly hinted that there was something far bigger lurking beneath the surface? For years, people laughed whenever Ricky Gervais stood on stage and roasted Hollywood's elite. But what if those jokes were never just jokes? What if they were warnings? Now, rumors are swirling around alleged hidden documents that have sparked a storm of speculation across the internet, leaving millions asking the same question. Was there always another side to one of television's most beloved personalities, or is this another example of how rumors can spiral into something much larger? Either way, the conversation refuses to die, and every new detail seems to make the mystery even harder to ignore.
I don't want to say the truth. No, I don't like you enough. I don't want to spend 5 hours with you and your family.
Hollywood has always been built on appearances. The cameras capture the smiles, the awards, the standing ovations, and the carefully polished public image. But behind every glamorous stage, there are whispers that never quite make it into the headlines. Ricky Gervais built an entire reputation by refusing to play along with Hollywood's unwritten rules. Award after award, speech after speech, interview after interview, he challenged the people many believed were untouchable. He joked about powerful celebrities, questioned elite circles, and openly mocked the industry's biggest names. Some people called him fearless. Others believed he simply enjoyed provoking reactions. But now, online speculation has attached his name to alleged documents that some claim raise uncomfortable questions about Ellen DeGeneres and her influence inside Hollywood. Whether those claims hold up or not, they have reignited debates that never truly disappeared.
People found out that Ellen was mean, and all these people came out and said, Ellen, actually, she lost everything. She fell apart, disappeared, because people found out that this character that she was portraying half an hour on a television show is not really who she was. But I had already known that. My buddy Greg was one of her writers. He was like, she's a monster.
For nearly 2 decades, Ellen DeGeneres represented kindness on television. Millions watched her dance across the stage, surprise guests with gifts, and build a reputation centered around positivity. Presidents visited her show. A-list celebrities lined up to sit on her couch. She collected awards almost effortlessly, becoming one of the most recognizable faces in daytime television. Yet Hollywood has always had another reputation, one where influence matters just as much as talent. The people behind the scenes, the decision makers, the gatekeepers, those are the people whose names rarely appear in headlines, but whose opinions can change careers overnight. And according to years of gossip, rumors, and industry chatter, Ellen's name often surfaced whenever conversations turned toward influence. Some claimed she had extraordinary connections. Others insisted she possessed remarkable sway over opportunities in entertainment. Those stories remained rumors, but they spread for years because people kept repeating them. The internet thrives on patterns, and once people start connecting dots, every coincidence suddenly looks like evidence. That is exactly what has happened here. Social media users began revisiting old interviews, old award show moments, and stories from entertainers who described difficult experiences. Every resurfaced clip fueled another theory. Every old quote became another clue. Some viewers insisted they had noticed subtle signs years earlier. Others argued that hindsight was creating connections that were never really there. Still, the speculation only grew louder. Then came another wave of discussion surrounding Hollywood gatekeepers. The idea itself isn't new. Actors, comedians, producers, and musicians have spoken for decades about how certain influential figures can open doors or quietly close them. Whether that power belongs to studio executives, agents, producers, or television hosts has always been debated. In these conversations, Ellen's name repeatedly found its way back into public discussion, not because of proven misconduct, but because so many people appeared willing to tell stories about her influence.
Or don't be wondering why people keep saying gatekeepers. Because clearly, y'all are keeping these gates. Clearly.
One of the most talked about voices was comedian Margaret Cho. She publicly recalled experiences that left her feeling confused and disappointed, describing interactions where she believed Ellen behaved as though they barely knew each other despite a much longer history. Cho described the situation as strange and unsettling from her perspective. That account immediately became another piece of internet gossip, not because it proved anything on its own, but because people were already searching for a larger narrative. Suddenly, every awkward interaction became another alleged clue. Every uncomfortable story another brick in a wall, built almost entirely from speculation. Margaret Cho's recollections didn't end there. She also shared a story involving David Bowie, saying she later learned he had complimented her several times during his appearance on Ellen's show. Yet those compliments reportedly never appeared in the broadcast she saw. Was it simply routine television editing, or was it something more? Nobody outside the production room can answer that question with certainty. Yet that uncertainty became exactly what fueled even more online theories. Once people begin believing there is a hidden story, every missing moment suddenly feels intentional, every edit seems suspicious, and every silence becomes louder than words.
Ellen?
Ellen was like really weird and not nice to me for most of my career, and like because I opened for her in the 1980s.
Oh, you did?
When she was a headliner in comedy clubs, and not way before her big fame.
Uh-huh.
And so then when I would do her talk show in the 2000s, she acted like we just met. And I'm like, what?
By this point, the internet wasn't just asking whether Ellen was influential. It was asking how much influence one television personality could truly possess. Were these disconnected stories simply coincidences collected over decades? Or were people assembling a puzzle that never actually existed? That's the question driving the entire controversy, and it's exactly where the story begins to grow even more complicated. The controversy only became louder when more celebrities began sharing stories that painted a less than perfect picture of Ellen's public image. Actress Leah Thompson reportedly suggested that Ellen's famous Be Kind reputation didn't always match private experiences, while actor Brad Garrett claimed that stories about difficult behavior behind the scenes had been circulating throughout the entertainment industry for years. None of these accounts, standing alone, prove sweeping allegations or criminal wrongdoing, but together they fueled an internet already convinced that something bigger was hiding beneath the surface. Then another topic exploded across social media, the release of Jeffrey Epstein-related documents. Online commentators immediately began searching through thousands of pages looking for familiar names. Ellen DeGeneres was mentioned in publicly released material, but fact-checkers have noted that mentions of a person's name in those records do not, by themselves, establish involvement in criminal conduct. Even so, the timing of renewed online speculation, combined with her decision to relocate to the United Kingdom for a period, became enough for internet detectives to weave together yet another theory. Some influencers claimed the move was suspicious. Others argued it was simply a personal lifestyle decision. The facts remained limited, but the speculation spread faster than any official clarification ever could. Then came one of the most emotional stories connected to Ellen's name, Anne Heche. Long before her tragic passing, Heche openly discussed how going public with her relationship with Ellen in the late 1990s affected her career. According to Heche, she believed she lost opportunities and faced resistance within Hollywood after the relationship became public. She described feeling like she had become an early target of what many now call cancel culture. At the same time, Ellen's career continued to flourish, eventually reaching extraordinary heights with one of the most successful daytime television shows in history. Those contrasting career paths have fueled years of debate. Did Hollywood treat the two women differently because of the era's attitudes toward same-sex relationships? Was the industry itself responsible, or did people unfairly project broader industry problems onto one individual? Those questions continue to divide opinions, and no single story fully explains what happened. As more former employees and guests spoke publicly about difficult workplace experiences, the internet's fascination intensified. Suddenly, old interviews were replayed frame by frame. Awkward exchanges with guests went viral again. Every uncomfortable laugh, every unusual facial expression, every clipped response became material for endless online analysis. Viewers revisited the now famous interview with Dakota Johnson, arguing over whether it revealed hidden tension that millions had previously overlooked. Others pointed back to years of rumors surrounding Ellen's workplace culture, wondering why so many stories had remained in the background before eventually reaching mainstream attention. Again, these accounts contributed to public debate, but they should not be confused with proof of unrelated criminal allegations. Even so, the internet rarely waits for certainty. Once a narrative gains momentum, speculation often fills the gaps faster than verified facts ever can. That is why the alleged Ricky Gervais document leak became such a powerful headline. Ricky has spent years cultivating the image of someone willing to challenge celebrity culture, so attaching his name to sensational claims instantly made people curious. Yet curiosity is not confirmation. As discussions spread across social media, forums, and video platforms, countless users began connecting unrelated events into one enormous story. Some insisted they were finally seeing the real Hollywood. Others argued people were jumping to conclusions based on rumors, edited clips, and coincidence. The louder the theories became, the harder it was to separate documented facts from online speculation. And maybe that's the most fascinating part of all. Hollywood has always thrived on mystery. The audience fills in blanks with imagination, gossip grows into legend, and unanswered questions become permanent fixtures of celebrity culture. Every silence invites another theory. Every coincidence becomes another viral post. Every old interview gets re-examined through a completely different lens. Whether these discussions reveal hidden truths or simply reflect the internet's appetite for sensational stories remains a matter of debate. But one thing is certain: once public trust begins to crack, every new rumor finds an audience ready to believe it. So the questions refuse to disappear. Why have so many stories about Ellen continued resurfacing years apart? Why do old interviews suddenly feel different when viewed through today's conversations? Are people uncovering forgotten pieces of Hollywood history, or are they connecting dots that were never truly connected in the first place? The debate continues because definitive answers remain elusive. For some, the growing collection of anecdotes points toward a larger pattern. For others, they remain exactly what they are: individual stories that should not be stretched into conclusions without solid evidence. And perhaps that lingering uncertainty is why this story refuses to fade away. The internet keeps digging. New discussions keep emerging. Old clips keep resurfacing. Every week seems to produce another theory, another reaction, another attempt to explain a puzzle that many believe is still incomplete. Whether future evidence changes the conversation or ultimately puts these rumors to rest is impossible to predict. Until then, the speculation continues, the questions remain, and Hollywood's biggest mysteries keep people watching, waiting, and wondering what headline will appear next.